sheep preaching hate when he says, I'm not going to let the wolf eat me anymore. If the wolf comes in here, next time he comes in here, I'll do whatever I have to do to keep him off my back. Is the sheep violent or is the wolf violent? He wasn't teaching hate. He was teaching common sense. You know, somebody's knocking you over the head, stop them. Do whatever you have to do to stop them. You know, the ones that were knocking him over the head were afraid of the fact that he might swing back. So they said, no, he's teaching hate. He's violent.
Chase keepers at home. How in the world you can't be teaching your children, you know, commonly called homeschooling, and being a first line teacher to the children if you're not at home and you're out there working on the job and your wife is submitted to another man. I know people don't want to hear this today because the lust of the flesh has got so many people out there chasing the dollar and got them doing.
Well, you can see, you hear the level of detachment. The lust of the flesh got a man chasing a dollar. No, how about securing their families so they don't wind up on your shit list? How about securing their families so they're chasing a dollar, being sure that providing and making provisions, that, you know, so they won't be considered to be an infidel, something that may be out of their control and not out of their circumstances, right? If they were to lose their job, they're not chasing it. If they're not doing the proper steps and things that would help them set the foundation. Listen, my thing is this, right? My ex-wife, we were separated. And I'm gonna tell this story here because of the simple fact that he called me prideful. Now listen this, all right, y'all. I want you to understand the reason why that Dowell rebuked me, right? When I was having an issue with my ex-wife, right? And we were having marital problems. He decided to blast that to the public, okay? He decided to blast it to the public, never apologized, never truly corrected it with me, never truly corrected it at all, didn't have a desire to. But my thing is this, right? Get this, y'all. He says what he's saying currently right now. But listen, the reason why he called me to be a prideful individual is because he said that I would not allow my ex-wife to get out here and work, that I refuse to allow her to get out here and make some money. And that's the reason why I was being prideful. So you got this to say, but you had that to say, which is very interesting. I actually had her doing like whatever was going on back then, Instacart or whatever. She was picking up and delivering orders, which I never really truly seen any benefits from, because I don't know if she was actually out there doing it. I think that she was actually on the phone with some of the sisters from Straightway and maybe trying to devise a plan to do what she did right during that time. But my thing is that I never seen anything. I told her to go out here and do deliveries and do this, that, and the third. He didn't know nothing about that. She told him that I wouldn't allow her to make any money or work, is what she told him. She also told the judge during the time we went to court, the very first time we went to court, in which I shut the whole courtroom down. Okay. I shut the whole courtroom down. But she told this judge that my son was having issues with certain things, school wise, because I forced her to homeschool. Complete lie. And I'm like, what type of BS is this? Because she herself, she told me, she said, I don't know if I'm going to be able to homeschool them. And I said, you know what? Find a charter school, find a private school, but get them in somewhere. I'm totally fine with him going to a private school, a charter school, something that won't force him to have to keep holidays or whatever, right? I'm totally fine with that. You understand what I'm saying? And which she effectively did none of that. She found a program online and she thought, well, maybe that program online could just teach them and that would absolve me from all responsibilities of having to teach. And so that's what she went with. I trusted her decision on that and I supported her in that. And then that's what took place. But I'm just telling you guys this because you got to understand the levels of lies manipulation that goes on behind the scenes with bitter women, with women who are bitter, who take on roots of bitterness, and, you know, a man who's telling you something, but truly it was totally opposite before. And the reason why he took a position before is because he just wanted to bash me. So let's keep it real, right? You say this now, Dow, but before you told me something totally different. You spoke on something totally different. And the reason why I was prideful is because I wouldn't allow her to get out there and work or make a living or do anything. Which one is it? Or is it only what's convenient for you during the time it serves you? You're sitting here trying to debunk something when truthfully you sound ignorant. You sound like a control freak. You sound like somebody who's detached with reality of society. People who are not in the position that you're in, who may be begging and hoping to get on one of your communities. They're out here struggling to be able to pay for Daddy Dowell's vacations, to be able to pay for Daddy Dowell's light rent, especially since you've been denied your tax exempt status throughout all of your land. You met the criteria for certain portions of your land, and I have it now to where your appeal completely failed. Dow, your appeal didn't go through. They denied and rejected your appeal. And now, guess what? We are at a position to where we would have to address your ministry in such a light that compassion has to be considered now. I reached out to the workforce over in Wisconsin in regards to a 13-year-old boy who was working in a construction site, something that was reported on by our blood brother Jordan. I reached out to this particular this corporation. They got back to me ASAP. They saw the YouTube video. They saw the video of the young boy carrying these logs across this dangerous platform, doing all of these things that he should not be doing on a construction site. And do you know how many emails I received from these individuals over there in Wisconsin? Multiple emails. They were on me about getting more information in regards to who they were over there in Royal Interiors. Who are these people? What was the job site? What's the boy's name? Who was driving the crane? Who was the one over there guiding them in? Who are these people? They looked you guys up over there in Wisconsin, and guess what they found? They found out that you're not registered. You're not a registered business. You don't have an LLC. You don't have a sole proprietorship. There's nothing that is publicly registered over there in Wisconsin. I promise you, they did their due diligence. And do you know what's keeping them from shutting y'all down? Do you want to know? Jordan Slamy, brother Jordan, who says, don't do it. No, don't do that. That's what's keeping from your business over there, Royal Interiors in Wisconsin. A brother who y'all did dirty, a brother who y'all shat on. That's what's keeping your business flowing. Is a brother who decided not to shut your business down when there's a corporation and company who has all the power to pull the plug and seeking you out, hunting you down, your business, looking for you totally, completely. They saw the video on YouTube. You understand the level of restraint, the level of integrity that it takes for me not to just go ahead and tell. They're willing to pull the plug and not even, they were willing to go based on no information from Jordan. Jordan told me not to do it. And so we did not. And we have not done it yet. Not yet. They're still waiting on a response. Let me say that. But they just needed the information to narrow it down to make their job easier. But they still were looking to pursue those individuals regardless. They know what Facebook you got. They know your name of your company. They understand that you've done what you've done. But compassion is what's keeping your business afloat. I wonder what the Father's going to do when he identifies the level of compassion that an individual who y'all shat on, Jordan Salami, brother Jordan, has shown you. I wonder if vengeance is going to be taken by the Most High at this point, since Jordan gave the vengeance to Yah. I wonder what's going to happen from that. What fruit will be produced from that? I don't understand what comes around with these folks who don't think that we are on a certain type of level or time to where we will pursue you. If you decide you want to try to forcefully do things, if you want to just take a big shit on people, if you want to treat people like total crap and you think that you cannot be held accountable, promise you can be. I understand how to do so effectively. I know which channels to go through. I know how to move. I know what paperwork I need to file, but mercy. But yet y'all still talking. You still got more to say. Rather than asking for forgiveness, you hold your position continuously. I think this is pretty sad. I don't know about y'all, but I believe it's pretty sad. And I know the pitchforce is going to come out. Hang them. I know the pitchforce is going to come out. It's totally fine. But one thing that I'm not going to do is I'm not going to take it upon myself to exact anyone else's vengeance or to do anything. I just set the play up. I just set it up. You pull the trigger. If you want to have it done, we can get it done. It's just that simple. So, mercy, right? Mercy. And my thing is this, right? I'm glad and I'm happy because now we have an opportunity for the Father to take root and to actually take control of the situation. Honestly, I believe that he will bless the decision to be merciful, right? But sometimes when the Father gives you an opportunity to strike, you take your opportunity. You take your chance to strike. Sometimes he will use you as that weapon, as that blade, as that vengeance. He would use you just as he used King David, just as he used many others, right? To be able to bring judgment. He will use you. You got to be willing to be used and not manipulated. You can't have people telling you, oh, well, the Father said vengeance is his and he shall repay, when he also told you and let you know that he's fashioned your hands for war, that he's designed you for battle. This is why he made you. This is the way he made you. He made you in these ways so you can be able to do so. So, what do you do? Why do we hold all the cards to be able to shut this thing down at a moment's notice in which they can't do anything effectively to shut down the truth in which we're speaking? They can't do anything about it. You know why? Because it's not slanderous. It's not backbiting. It's not falsified information with no tangible proof and evidence. It's none of that. It's people's testimonies. It's facts backed with truth, receipts that's being brought to you so you can make a sound decision on your own. If you're smart enough, if you're wise enough to receive the information, if you're smart enough, if you're wise enough to receive the knowledge, because like the Father said, those, right? Those saints, those individuals are destroyed for the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And therefore, the Most High Yah shall reject you. He shall reject you if you're not going to receive the knowledge. So all of this slandering and all of this things that you've done to put the brother Jordan Salami, our brother Jordan Salami, in a negative light, the things that you have done to try to pull him and try to manipulate the situation, to divide him from his wife, to be able to separate the two, to be able to take his wife and plant bugs in her ear to get her to trade on him. And also the things that you said about him being a fraud and being somebody who's stealing and embezzling funds and all this other stuff and smearing his reputation, all of those things. One thing you can lean on is that you still have a business and it's still in operations because he decided to allow you to. Think about that for a moment. The level of power to have the nuclear weapon in your hands to destroy, and you choose not to. The level of control it takes, the level of forgiveness, patience, mercy it takes. I think that you all over in Wisconsin should be thanking him. You guys should be thanking him that you still have a business that has the earning potential of over 6 figures, that you still have that. Not only that, that you've established it, that is actually there because he established it for you. I think you should thank him for that. I think you should thank him. And that it's still around right now. That it's still, you're still able to effectively do something with it because he didn't pull the trigger. And if you think I'm playing, if you think I'm lying, I will pull up the emails right now and I will show you the correspondence. I literally had to stop emailing them because I couldn't give them the information they were looking for. My hands are tied. I can't do it. I will show you. And they were on y'all too. They were on y'all heavy, boy. They wanted y'all. I'm trying to tell you, they were chomping at the bits for Wisconsin, for Royal Interiors. Oh man, they wanted them so bad for having that 13-year-old doing that job. It was dangerous too. They wanted them so bad. They almost start getting mad at me for not giving them what they wanted. They almost start getting upset with me. I can tell through their emails and what they were saying that they were kind of upset about me not giving them what they wanted to make the job easy, or giving them the clearance to move forward. You get what I'm saying? Because they would have moved forward without the information. It just took them a while to figure it out. They were upset. Oh man. But either way, I think that I'm almost about done with this. We're going to play this for a little bit longer. Let me jump off into the comment section with you guys. Oh man. Cause yeah, let's see what we got. Man, I know, but we have to know. Let me see. Hard to tell the difference between Uncle Sam and Dowell. They both take your money and piss it away. Yeah. Just ask the widow. My goodness. Watchmen books are powerful. Hallelujah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look it up and check it out for sure. I'll definitely do that. Okay, what else we got? Now is a high school bully on supplements and liquor and liquid courage. Yeah, I mean the ones he know he can do it to, he does it. And I've identified that he'll do it to you if you know he can. If you know he can and you're not gonna say nothing, he'll do it. Just like a lot of those leaders, if they know they can get away with abusing you or not taking you seriously, when you're disgruntled about something, or if you have some concerns about the way that they're handling themselves, if they know that they can be able to shit on you, they will shit on you, and it'll be the biggest load of shit that you've ever had in your life on you, literally on your head. You understand what I'm saying? Think about you taking the biggest dump that you've ever took, right? Because maybe it's been a few days, right? And you're irregular for a while. Think about that now. Now multiply it by 10. And these leaders in Straightway, that's what they do if they know that you ain't nothing to them. If you don't have no credibility in the ministry, if you don't have any weight, if you don't got no clout, if you're not somebody who's important in that ministry, then yeah, your biggest turd that you've ever laid times 10 that turd, and that's all on your head. I promise you. So don't say anything. If you want to be there for sure, keep your mouth zipped and shut no matter what's going on. Me personally, I ain't gonna be there because I talk too much, right? I'll blast somebody in a heartbeat. I'll call you out in a minute if I feel like that you on some bullshit. You get what I'm saying? And it's all in love. I want you to be better because I want to be better. I want a conducive atmosphere for the Holy Spirit. So that's the reason why I speak up on it. And I would expect my brother to do the same for me. Hey, bro, you know what I mean? Like speaking up on if I'm not standing on truth or something like that, or if I'm BSing, or if I just lied about something, you know what I'm saying? Which I refrain from doing that at all costs, which is the lying. You get what I'm saying? Like I refrain from doing that at all costs, right? But my thing is that calling it out. Yeah. You don't want to do that if you want to stay with this ministry. If you want to move up in the chains, you want to shut the hell up and you want to keep your head down, right? Just ask Gideon or ask Mirror. Oh, wait, ask Corey. No, wait, hold on. Ask Fat Boy Ellis. Yeah. He'll probably be able to tell you about ass kissing all day. That guy right there, the Fat Boy Ellis, I promise you, he is probably one of the biggest brown nosers in this side of Tennessee. You understand what I'm saying? This side of the globe, or not of the globe, but of the earth. He's probably one of the biggest ass kissers. So if you talk to him, he can educate you fully and thoroughly on how to properly brown nose, right? And to be sure that you're thorough, right? Because, you know, after you're done, you want to be sure that, you know, things are clean. I can't help you with that. Like I'm terrible at that. You understand what I'm saying? So I can't help you there, right? I can only help you be what they would consider to be, I guess, a troubler. You understand what I'm saying? But Ellis, if you love straightway, you want to stay with straightway, man, go talk to Ellis, man, the Fat Boy Hebrew. Go talk to him. He's going to teach you everything you need to know about how to properly suck out the poop chute. I promise you, he's going to give you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know will be right there in that one. But bless y'all. We're going to go ahead and close this thing out, man. Bless you. Let's go ahead and drop some ram and sheep in the chat, y'all. For all the righteous alpha men, for all the elegant women who's exceptional, drop some sheep and some ram in the chat, y'all, real quick. And we're going to close this thing out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Holla back at your boy. I really appreciate you guys' time. Peace. Bless y'all. And shalom, shalom.